name is Andrew Shemin, and my short film is called Breakfast of Champions. And it's a film about a woman who goes into a bar to pitch um, basically assisted suicide without really naming it. I first had the thought for this film after seeing a advertisement in the fall of 2022 from a Canadian clothing brand that was telling the story of a woman who had chosen um, euthanasia. Um, and I found it honestly very disturbing. A lot of people did. I think the video was taken down for a while. You can still find it out there. But it was very beautifully shot. And it just kind of said to me that you can really sell people on anything if you make it beautiful. You know, you sit in front of the TV all day and you get all these messages, but you're also influenced by music and cinematography and the emotions and acting. And I thought, you know, it's really pushing the limit to, you know, put this message in front of people in such a kind of, um, you know, sweetened, beautified way. So, you know, immediately I was like, I have to say something about this. I have to give a different interpretation. So I thought, you know, that was in Canada, and we have similar media and things like that in America. But I thought, like, how would an American business go about that? And, you know, in the pharmaceutical industry, they are often going directly to doctors to persuade them to use different pharmaceutical solutions for their patients. So I thought maybe the equivalent here would be going to, you know, the patients here are people who want to end their life. So it's not people who are already in the medical system. It's maybe people who are, you know, living at less than their full potential. So I came up with this idea of a woman who goes into dive bars and is pitching the bartender on helping them live their best life, which is in fact helping them to, you know, die an early death. So the shoot was pretty quick. It was a 2-day shoot, uh, and the edit was a couple months. Just kind of going back and forth with breaks and doing a rough draft, showing it to some people. I think I was actually done by. So we shot it in May. It was actually the week of my wedding. So the Monday and the Tuesday before I got married last year, we were shooting this. So it was good. It gave me a real deadline because after that, you know, wedding and honeymoon, like I had to get it done. It all came together. And then pretty much I got back from the honeymoon in June, and it was about 2 months of editing altogether. Yeah, there was a lot of interesting things. So we shot this in Reading, Pennsylvania, which is a small town about an hour outside Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. And, you know, I think what really made this film is the location. You know, that was the first thing when I had the first idea for the script and everything. You know, after writing it, the first thing was we can make this if I can find the right location. And I didn't want to shoot in New York because there is no real dive bar like that. And it would be a completely different atmosphere to go into even a, you know, any class of bar in New York. So I happened to meet Tony Mancuso, who's the associate producer and was also the gaffer. And he knew of this bar in Reading. I went down to visit it, and it was perfect, but it's the real thing. It's a genuine dive bar, and it opens at 7 in the morning. So you know, we got permission to use it for 2 days, and we were going to be there each day until 5 p.m. And when we came the first day to start setting up at 7, there was somebody already outside waiting at like 6:50 in the morning to go into the bar. And, you know, we had all our camera gear, and we're like, oh, it's actually closed. He's like, yeah, it's closed for like 10 more minutes, then you can go in. I was like, no, the bar is actually like closed today. We're shooting something. And he didn't really fully understand until we walked in the door, and then he saw us like nobody was there working. But yeah, this is the kind of bar that opens at 7 a.m. With a full rack of pints and everything. So that was pretty funny. One thing that I did in this film that was new is I used a bit of AI, and it's not very noticeable, but I think there's little ways to use it that can really help a filmmaker. So, for example, the brochures, when she when they read the brochures at the end, those are completely AI generated. I literally could just put the commands in there. I put in commands to create the images. So all those things you see of like, I just there's like an old guy with a white beard holding a disco ball. Uh, that was from AI. There was a old couple on a boat, uh, and it's kind of funny because the picture came out with way more aggressive waves than you would ever really put in a photo like that. But that was kind of funny. You can't really see it. It's funny. Yeah, and AI created the whole brochure. And also, um, we I did some of the background TV noise was from AI. Again, you can't notice it, but either you have to create 10 whole minutes of background TV, especially if I want to kind of adjust the volume and the tone at different moments. Uh, or, AI can help you do that. And then one small detail we were able to change is through voice cloning, which is the scene where she walks out the door and she says, "You gentlemen have a great Tuesday." The original line was "Have a great weekend." And then as we were editing, I just thought Tuesday was funnier. So we were able to clone her voice, and we actually changed without having her re-record because she wasn't in town anymore. We changed her to say "Have a great Tuesday." I'm really just excited to be there. I'm excited to see as many of the films that I can. I will be coming. I lived in Paris for 10 years, so it's a good excuse for me. I'm in New York now, but it's a good excuse to come back, and I look forward to meeting the people and seeing what else is being made. And this festival in particular, I've known about for a long time, so uh, I can't wait. I've seen a little bit of the previews on the website so far, but I'm looking forward to meeting everybody.